Hi everyone, Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is bundled up and staying warm on this bitterly cold and snowy Friday morning. Again, we're live right now in the 1011 Now streaming studio. We're live on, again, 1011's platforms on 1011now.com, all of our streaming apps. We're also live on 1011's YouTube channel as well. If you have any questions, you can pop over to that YouTube channel and drop in some questions for me, and I can try and answer them. We're going to go through, again, kind of current conditions. We're going to look at, again, some of the latest snowfall reports, and then coming up here at 10:30, we're going to transition over to Mayor Leary and Gaylor Baird has a press conference, I'm assuming, with LTU Director Liz Elliott on winter operations here in the capital city. So, again, we're going to kind of look at everything in terms of, again, the current weather conditions, current road conditions, a look at the latest snowfall reports, and all of the rest. So we'll go ahead and we'll jump right in. First, again, I want to encourage everyone, if you haven't done it already, now's a great time to download that 1011 weather app because, again, days like today is when you need multiple ways to get your weather information, and that 1011 weather app is a good way to get your weather information. Again, you get local hour-by-hour forecasts, 10-day forecasts, and you get updates throughout the day from myself, from all the rest of the meteorologists, and things like that. Again, I just sent an update to the app here in the last couple minutes with an updated look at snowfall reports. So again, that's something that you could get there if you wanted it. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. The first thing I want to touch on is snowfall reports. This is what we have so far in terms of snowfall reports across the area. So this is as of about 9:30, so about 30 or so minutes ago. And again, many areas still seeing snow falling. So this list is going to continue to grow and change throughout the day. There's also a list on a web story on 1011now.com that we will keep updated throughout the day today that you can kind of check back and forth to. That would be a good resource as well. But biggest reports we've seen thus far, 8 inches in Bloomfield or near Bloomfield and near Platte Center. Again, Bloomfield is in Knox County in the northeastern corner of the state. Platte Center obviously in Platte County. Near Boys Town, 7.5 inches. Near Papillion, 7.5 inches. Around 7 inches for areas near Albion as well as Gretna. 6.3, 1 mile west-northwest of Valley. 6.1, 3 miles west of Fort Calhoun. 6.1, 7 miles south of Verdell. Around 6 inches again around the Omaha area near Fremont, O'Neill, Ord. The Grand Island Airport officially picking up 5.7 inches of snow so far today. 5.5 again near Omaha, near West Point, in Greeley. And again, a report 1 mile east-northeast of Lincoln of 5.5, 2 miles east of Lincoln 5.3. Meteorologist Brad Anderson measured 5 inches here at the 1011 studios at 40th and Vine. I measured around 4 inches at my house in east central Lincoln, but had drifts up to 8 or 9 inches in my driveway. Report in Waverly of 5 inches, 5.2 in Seward, 4.5 in Cozad, around 4 in Pierce and Loop City. So again, that's a number of the snowfall reports that we have. You can find every single snowfall report that we have access to on that web story on 1011now.com. Like I said, though, we're still going to see snow as we head through the morning into the afternoon. We still have winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings in place across the coverage area. The winter weather advisories in purple in central Nebraska, these go through noon today. So for about almost another 2 hours, winter storm warnings in central Nebraska kind of go through 3 p.m. this afternoon. And then for Lincoln in the eastern sections of the state, these winter storm warnings don't expire until 9 p.m. this evening. So while we are expecting snow to kind of taper off as we head through the late morning, early afternoon, with the strong winds, we're still expecting some issues with blowing snow and reduced visibility. So there could be near blizzard-like conditions, ground blizzard conditions, even after the snow comes to an end. So that is something that we're going to want to keep in mind as we head through the afternoon and evening hours, even after snow has come to an end. So here's a look at Skycast as we head over the next couple hours. We still have some light to moderate snow ongoing across parts of eastern Nebraska. This will continue as we head over the next few hours, but I think as we head past the noon hour, things are going to kind of start to break up a little bit. Snow showers become much more isolated to scattered, and that will be the trend as we head through the afternoon. By 3 o'clock, there's not a whole lot left. Most of it's across the border into western Iowa, but again, blowing snow is still going to be an issue as that wind will remain strong. It's going to be, again, just bitterly cold as we head through the afternoon and into the evening hours, even after snow has come to an end. As snow comes to an end, our attention then kind of turns to Again, the dangerously cold conditions expected across the region. So again, here's the snowfall potential that we again have been using over the past 12 or so hours, dating back to yesterday afternoon. Looks to be fairly on track. Again, that heavier snow across the eastern kind of third of the state, Norfolk, Columbus to Lincoln, down towards Falls City and Beatrice. So again, that appears to be on track. Again, 2 to 5 inches across more of central and northwestern sections of the state, and 1 to 3 from southwestern Nebraska into the western sections of the state. So again, here's some tips for staying warm. Again, as we get ready to, or as we get ready to, we already are dealing with the dangerously cold conditions out there. But again, make sure you're wearing multiple layers. And that outer layer definitely wants to be something that's wind resistant, especially with the blustery conditions we're going to be seeing over the next couple days. Wind resistant and water resistant. Mittens are better than gloves. Wool socks, keep those feet warm. Again, if you have boots, wear those boots. Multiple layers, warm layers, and things like that. And cover as much skin as you can. Again, hat, scarf, a gaiter, something like that. Any exposed skin over the next couple days, again, it's not going to be happy. And again, don't forget also to take care of your pets as well. If you're cold, they're cold as well. Again, pets need to be brought inside likely for the next couple days. If they can't bring them inside, make sure they have a warm and dry shelter. So here's a live look at Lincoln from Skyview at 40th and Vine. Again, you can see poor visibility as light snow continues to fall in the capital city. Single digits for temperatures right now. It's 6 at the airport. It's 5 here at Midtown Lincoln. Feels like 14 degrees below zero with a 30-mile-an-hour wind to the northwest right now, gusts up to 30 miles an hour. So again, bitterly cold out there. Visibility at the Lincoln Airport being reported at 1 mile. And visibility across the region, again, half a mile to around a mile for the eastern half of the state. So again, even though the snow is light for many locations, when you factor in that wind, it gets to be really nasty. So again, very poor visibility out there, very cold out there. So again, if you don't have to be out on the roads today, I would encourage you to stay home and again stay warm with a couple blankets and maybe a good book or a good movie. Here's the temperatures across the region. Again, right now anywhere from the coldest is 10 below right now in Chadron. The warmest is 9 above in Falls City. It's 1 in York, Columbus, Albion, Ord, Broken Bow, Ogallala. 5 below in Ainsworth. 7 below right now in Valentine. Winds are very strong, especially for the eastern kind of 2/3 of the state out of the north and west at about 10, 20, 25, even up to around 30 miles an hour. And those winds are gusting anywhere between 25 and 40 miles an hour. And this is going to be the trend, again, even after snow is done, through the weekend, we're going to see these blustery conditions that are going to lead to these dangerously cold wind chills. So here's the current wind chills. Again, just past 10 a.m. Friday morning, we're talking 10, 20, 25, 30 degrees below zero right now for our current wind chills. So again, brutally, brutally cold out there right now, along with, again, the difficult conditions in terms of the snow and the wind. So here's satellite and radar picture. Again, snow right now is confined basically to east of Highway 281 across the eastern third of the state. Again, it is more light snow, but there are some pockets of more moderate snow mixed in there. You can again see some of these darker blues. We zoom in here and kind of take a look, kind of lining up. Right now, kind of centered on Seward and Saline County, just to the west of Lincoln. There's likely some bands of more moderate snow mixed in there. So again, light snow, but certainly wouldn't be surprised to see some bursts of some heavier snow mixed in as we head through the rest of this morning. As all of this, if we zoom out and look at a more regional view, all part of this low pressure system that's again kind of spinning off to the east, and we're on the back end of the system with some of that wraparound moisture and the wraparound cold. This will continue as we head over the course of the next several hours before snow begins to taper off and comes to an end as that low continues to shift off to the east for us. As well. So again, if we take a look at the more regional view of the skycast, you can see, if you look at the wind barbs there, you can see that air being drawn into that low pressure center, which right now, again, by noon, we're expecting to be kind of centered across parts of Illinois. But again, as that low then continues to track off to the north and east, snow will come to an end as we head through this afternoon into this evening. Again, all of our winter weather headlines will go by the wayside. Again, 9 p.m. is when it's set to expire for Lincoln and eastern sections of the state for that winter storm warning. And then as we head into the day on Saturday, expecting generally dry conditions, there's a small chance, 20% chance for maybe some very light snow showers showers, but it's just going to be blustery and it's going to be bitterly cold. By Saturday night, again, things clear out, and this is part of the reason why we are expecting our coldest temperatures as we head Saturday night and into Sunday morning, is because of those clearing skies. As we head through the day, as we head through the day on Sunday, there is another small chance, 20% for some scattered light showers, snow showers. Again, not expecting much in the way of any accumulations. And then as we head Sunday and into early next week and through much of the week next week, in terms of snowfall chances, again, thankfully, they go by the wayside. We're not expecting any more in the way of big snows coming our way over the course of the next week. We had 2 this week. That's plenty. I'm good with that. But we get a little bit of a break. But again, it will be bitterly cold as we head through the upcoming weekend. So these are your forecast highs for today. Again, and likely we've already reached it. Again, it's just going to be brutally cold out there. We'll look for wind chills by the late this afternoon and into the early evening. Again, between about 10 and 20 degrees below zero across the state. So again, the bitterly cold conditions will continue. Overnight lows tonight, again, between about 5, 15, 20 degrees below zero for actual air temperatures. By Saturday morning, this is the feels like temperature as of 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Again, this is what we're talking about. If you've heard us talk about the wind chill advisories, which are out, and wind chill warnings, which are out over the next several days, 25 to 45 degrees below zero by 7 a.m. on Saturday. We're thinking around 25 below in Lincoln, around 30 below for the Tri-Cities by 7 a.m. on Saturday. High temperatures Saturday likely don't get above zero in Lincoln. We're thinking we top out at zero. Most of the state is below zero for our high temperatures Saturday. Saturday afternoon wind chills. Again, it's not snowing at this point. You know, it's just blustery and it's horribly cold. Feels like temperatures by 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon between 20 and 40 below. We're thinking around 30 below in Lincoln and Grand Island, maybe around 40 below for parts of north central Nebraska, Valentine, Ainsworth, and O'Neill. So again, just brutally cold conditions. Sunday morning lows, like I said, this is when I think our actual air temperatures will get coldest. 20 to 30 to 35 degrees below zero. And again, those wind chills, 35 to 45 degrees below zero for a lot of the 10-11 coverage area by Sunday morning at 7. So again, just hunker down, stay warm, don't go out if you don't have to. Again, if you do have to go out, like I mentioned earlier, make sure you're dressing properly, because any exposed skin and conditions like that, you can get frostbite, hypothermia extremely quickly. And again, this is again scenario where if you're caught outside in the elements, again, it can kill you when it's this cold. High temperatures then on Sunday, again, don't get above zero in Lincoln. 5 below is the forecast. 4 below in Grand Island. Close to 10 below across parts of the Northeast. Monday morning, we're still well below zero. Monday afternoon, again, still right around zero. Tuesday morning, we're still well below zero. Tuesday afternoon, things start to get better. Not by much, but single digits and teens for highs. Wednesday morning, between about 5 below, 5 above. Wednesday afternoon is when I think things finally get a little bit better, and we kind of come out of the freezer just a little bit with temperatures moderating into the 20s. So again, overall, it's just brutal conditions as we head over the course of the next several days. So that's a look at in terms of again the just sort of the weather conditions. If we pull up here. I can pull it up here, some of the road conditions. I have LTU's website pulled up here. See if we can't punch this up. All right, so this is a look at their snow fighting map in Lincoln. And again, plows are out and they're doing the best they can. A little bit better in terms of the fact that, you know, on Monday into Tuesday, it snowed, it kind of melted, it then froze, and then it snowed on top of it. Didn't necessarily have to deal with that this go around, but plows are out. But again, roads are not great, but they're doing the best they can. Again, most main arterials in Lincoln have been hit within the last couple hours. So again, they're out and about, and they'll continue to be out and about as we head through this afternoon. In terms of the residential areas, they have about 2,000 or 1,900 or so that they've hit thus far, but they still have a long way to go. Again, you can find all this information on LTU's website on their snow fighting operations, and you can find where you live and see how they're doing in your neighborhood in terms of getting to some of those residential streets. But again, it's slow going as snow is, again, still falling right now in Lincoln and likely will for at least another couple hours. So again, I know my neighborhood in East Central Lincoln this morning, there had been no plows that had come through my neighborhood, but again, they're still working on those main arterials, emergency routes, bus routes, things like that. So they'll get to these as the snow comes to an end. But again, this is a resource you can use, again, on LTU's website, their snow fighting operations, and you can check your own neighborhood. Looks like the only neighborhood right now in the green there is Maintenance District 16A, and that looks like it would kind of cover Holmes Lake, the Holmes Lake kind of area. So from Pioneers to Normal between 70th and 56th there is the only spot that's green right now. 12A here, 33% done. This covers, what would this be, A Street to O Street between 40th and 33rd. So again, they're out there, they're working hard. Again, the snow fighters doing a good job, and we appreciate them for that. Here's a live look at Nebraska 511. Again, road conditions across the state. Again, and it is tough going out there. Again, we are seeing completely covered roads across much of the eastern half of the state, and we do have some roads that are either impassable or closed that are highlighted here in red. Again, US 34. This is between about Utica and Bradshaw is listed as impassable at this time. This is US 30. Again, this is near the Schuyler area, just east of Columbus, listed as impassable with blowing and drifting snow. Nebraska Highway 91, impassable. So again, just if you don't have to be out on the roads today, it is a bad day to do it. So that's a look at the road conditions. If you add on the plows, this is all the plow trucks that are out and about right now across the state, and there is a whole fleet of them across the region. This is on US 81. This is the plow that is titled Scoop There It Is. And it looks like this was an image it took on US 81. This was as of 10:07. So again, you can see the blowing snow across the road there. Difficult travel conditions, poor visibility. This is on US 34. This is, let's see. Oh, here's a good one. All right, so this is at 10:09. Again, you can see the conditions on Highway 34 out near York. So again, very poor visibility, blowing snow across the road, poor conditions, poor visibility. In terms of, let's see, incidents, you can zoom out, look at incidents here, turn off the plows. Again, multiple road closures, crashes, accidents, and again, I'm sure all law enforcement, emergency services are going to be out busy today with the road conditions, especially as you get out in those open areas where there's no wind block whatsoever, and again, conditions just get brutally tough. I'll pull up here. We can pull up Lincoln traffic cameras and take a look at some of the conditions, some of the roads here in Lincoln. This is 10th and Van Dorn, and again, that just looks like a skating rink out there. Again, that's not something I would be all too enthusiastic to drive on right now. 84th and O Street, if we take a look, if we just go down O Street, again, you can still see, again, we still had snow left over certainly on the residential streets from our last snowstorm. Most of the main roads, I'd say, were pretty clear after the main storm was done with, again, with the pre-treatment and the treatment and the plowing and everything. So a lot of this, again, most of this, I'd say all of it, is really probably just the new stuff that we have. But you can see some snow-packed roads, slippery conditions there on 84th and O. This is a look at 70th and O at the intersection. Again, you can see, especially as you go northbound on 70th, again, coming to that intersection, you're going downhill. Again, it can be a little bit of a slippery stop there. So that's something, an intersection you want to be careful on. 56 and O, again, same deal. And I'm sure it's probably the same deal no matter which traffic camera I punch up here. 84th and Nebraska Parkway. We punch that one up. Yeah, again, snow-packed roads. There's some clear spots, but again, you can see the blowing snow across the road on that picture there. So again, conditions are tough, and they'll continue to stay tough as we head through the remainder of this afternoon. I'm going to quick punch up here. Again, that mayor's press conference on winter operations is coming up here. Should be starting in the next few minutes. So again, as a reminder, we will bring you to that mayor press conference live. Again, I'm assuming this is what they did on Monday or Tuesday. I think it might have been Monday. But it was Mayor Leary and Gaylor Baird, as well as LTU Director Liz Elliott, just giving an update on winter operations in and around Lincoln. So again, we will bring you that live as it happens. But that is scheduled to start here in just the next few minutes. So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, before we do that, again, just as a reminder, I'll pull this back up. But days like today are why we would encourage everyone to have that 1011 weather update, or 1011 weather app on your phone and ready to go. Hour by hour forecast, easy to use radar. You can use the radar right now, punch up what it looks like. So again, if you haven't downloaded it yet, I would highly encourage you to do that. You can get it both Android and on the App Store as well. So again, here's the snowfall reports that we have as of 9:30 this morning. Again, that's about an hour ago. I'll just pull up quick roll here, see if there's anything new. And again, it looks like 8 inches, still near Bloomfield, which is in Knox County, 3 miles northeast Platte Center, are still the biggest reports that we have thus far. I'll pull up, let me check this. Yeah, I don't see anything new at this point in terms of snowfall reports. But this is what we have thus far. And again, there's a full list of every single snowfall report that we have thus far. That's currently on 1011now.com on that web story there, so you can find that information right there. Still have those winter weather advisories in place until noon for central sections of the state. If I throw on these end times here, it kind of highlights and tells you, again, those areas there go through noon. That includes, again, areas like Kearney, Holdridge, and then across north central sections of the state, also through noon. Grand Island and Hastings, this winter storm warning. It looks like, there's a row here of this winter storm warning, which is Greeley, Howard, Hall, Adams, Webster counties. That's set to expire at noon today. And then if you go one row over, that's set to expire at 3 p.m. today. And then if you go over to Lincoln, and parts of southeastern Nebraska, that's set to expire at 9 p.m. this evening. The Northeast, it's set to expire at midnight tonight. And that kind of sliver right there is set to expire at 9 p.m. this evening. So again, some different start times yesterday, different end times today. Again, this is one of those deals that if you have that 1011 weather app, it'll tell you exactly what the start time and end time is for your location. So that's, again, why we'd encourage you to have that 1011 weather app installed on your phone. So it looks like they're going to be getting started here in just a minute with the Winter Operations Press Conference from the mayor and with LTU as well. So we'll go ahead and punch that up, and we'll bring that to you live. And again, of course, we'll continue to keep you updated, snowfall reports, conditions, road conditions, all the rest of that throughout the day. So make sure you keep it tuned to all of 1011's platforms, both on air and online through the remainder of the day today. Again, that'll be it for me from now. Again, please, everyone, hope they stay safe, stay warm, stay inside, stay hunkered down, and again, just kind of ride this out over the next couple days.
Good morning on this wintry day, and thank you so much for joining us on an update for the City of Lincoln winter operations. Joining me this morning is Lincoln Transportation Utilities Director Liz Elliott and Lincoln Lancaster County Health Director Pat Lopez. The winter storm that began overnight continued to gain strength over the early morning hours today, and our community experienced several inches of additional snowfall, gusting winds, blowing snow, and sub-zero wind chill. Hope many of you are staying inside and warm. As the winter storm has gained strength, so did our city's response, and we deployed the largest possible response of 165 snow fighters who worked overnight to clear Lincoln's arterial streets and started residential plowing at 8 o'clock this morning. With snow still falling, combined with the extremely low temperatures and gusting winds, our snow fighters will continue to plow arterials and will plow residential streets for the next 24 hours. And on behalf of our city, I want to thank our snow team for their dedication and efficiency throughout the week. They've been working so hard to keep our streets safe and to keep our community moving forward despite the conditions. To help them maintain travel for our community, the city's snow emergency and snow emergency parking ban are still in effect. The weather conditions today are unlike anything we have experienced so far this winter, and due to the heavy and blowing snow, the National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for Lincoln until 9 p.m. In addition, a wind chill warning is in effect from 9 p.m. until noon Tuesday. Winds today will gust up to 40 miles per hour, with accompanying wind chills as low as 20 below zero. If you must venture outside, please dress appropriately and allow for extra travel time and stopping distance in your vehicle. At this time, I'd like to ask Director of LTU, Liz Elliott, to provide more details about the work that remains and what conditions you can expect today. Director Elliott?
Thank you, Mayor. Our snow fighters continue to work night and day through two major snowstorms this week. These team members are incredibly dedicated to serving their community, and I thank them for their ongoing work. Snow fighters continue to clear snow from Lincoln's main streets, emergency, bus, and school routes, and will continue until the job is done. Residential plowing, as the mayor said, also began this morning and is estimated to take about 24 hours until all neighborhoods are plowed. The overnight storm brings on additional challenging winter driving conditions for our team and community members. If you have to travel today, be prepared for the blowing snow and negative-degree temperatures for the next week. Even with these harsh conditions, our snow fighters continue to make progress on our streets and around the city. Streets are snow-packed and may have slick spots. We encourage you to give yourself extra time if you choose to drive outside today. Because of the frigid temperatures we are experiencing now and unfortunately into next week, we do not expect any significant snow or ice melting for the next several days. Expect snow and ice to begin to break down once temperatures rise above freezing. We encourage pedestrians to be extra careful while walking on sidewalks and across driveways. For those of you planning to attend the Nebraska Husker wrestling duel against Iowa this evening at the Devaney Center, or any other events at Pinnacle Bank Arena and the Leeds Center or around Lincoln, please allow yourself additional time to get to your destination and allow additional space between your vehicle and others. Again, once Lincoln's temperatures begin to rise, Lincoln streets will see more snow and ice melting at a quicker pace. Our snow fighters have been key to making travel possible around Lincoln for several days now. They would like to thank our community, not only for your ongoing support, but also for helping to move your vehicles off the streets. As Mayor mentioned, a snow emergency parking ban and residential parking ban will continue throughout the day today and Saturday. This means drivers must move vehicles off both sides of emergency, school, and bus routes on our arterial streets. And in residential neighborhoods, drivers need to move their vehicles from the side of the street with the even numbered addresses to the other side of the street with the odd numbered addresses if you haven't already done so. By moving your vehicles off the street, snowplows will be able to clear more snow from your street efficiently and quickly. This helps you and all of your neighbors get in and out of your neighborhood more easily. For StarTran riders, buses are running their regular schedules today. Due to the weather conditions, buses may be 5 to 10 minutes behind schedule. But to locate your bus in real time, you can download the Ride Link app on your mobile device. Residents can also check out your neighborhood's plowing progress on our residential snowplow tracker at lincoln.ne.gov/snow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Director Elliott, for all the work your team is doing and for those timely updates. Responding to a winter storm of this size takes a really large and coordinated effort. So we have lots of city teammates who are working hard to keep things safe and appropriate in our community. Our team at the Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department plays a really important role in helping our community members stay safe in frigid conditions like the ones we're experiencing this week. And here to talk more about maintaining health and safety in these conditions is our Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Director, Pat Lopez. Director Lopez.
Thank you, Mayor. The snow and bitterly cold temperatures come with their own set of health hazards like falls and frostbite. We remind our residents to be careful, keep warm, and stay safe. Here are some simple precautions we wanted to share with you that we can all take during winter weather. Bundle up if you must go outside. Wear a hat, scarf, gloves, or mittens, water-resistant coat and boots, and several layers of loose-fitting clothing. Shovel safety. Shoveling snow takes a lot of effort and can be demanding on your heart. Avoid overexertion and take frequent rest breaks when moving the snow off sidewalks and driveways. Your heart and your body will thank you. Also, if you're out shoveling, clear snow in a 3-foot perimeter around the fire hydrants to ensure our friends at Lincoln Fire and Rescue can connect hoses immediately. These paths should extend from the hydrant to the street. And I can't say this enough, we think it's funny and laugh at it, but walk like a penguin. The ice and snow increase the risk of falling, and avoiding ice is really important when you're walking whenever you can. Otherwise, take your time, take those small steps from side to side like a penguin, and wear shoes that have good traction. And I also want to mention incidents of carbon monoxide poisoning that also increase during the cold weather. And one reason is due to the use of alternate heat sources to stay warm. The carbon monoxide, or CO, is an odorless, colorless gas that can act quickly and can be deadly. Carbon monoxide can make people unconscious or too weak to escape before they experience other symptoms like nausea, dizziness, sleepiness, difficulty breathing, and seizures. Here's what you can do to protect yourself and your family. Check your carbon monoxide monitors and smoke alarms to ensure they're working properly and are installed on every level and inside each bedroom of your home. Never operate a portable generator inside any indoor space, including a garage or shed. And don't use ovens or grills to heat your home. And also, just a reminder, don't warm up your cars in the garage. If you think you're experiencing carbon monoxide poisoning symptoms, leave the area, get fresh air immediately, and call 911. Cold temperatures can also affect the furry members of your family. So there's some basic steps you can do to protect your pets as the temperature drops. The safest place for your pet is out of the elements and inside your home or in a heated building. If your dog or any pet is going to be outdoors, it must have a well-insulated shelter. And since the beginning of the year, Lincoln Animal Control, which is part of the health department, has responded to 7 calls related to dogs without adequate shelter. Animal Control can help provide dog shelter to our community members with limited incomes. Call our number at 402-441-7900 for more information. And always remember to provide fresh, clean water for your pets. In cold water, using a heated water bowl is really helpful in preventing freezing. And make sure your places your pets have a place they can go outside that's clear of snow. And protect those little paws. Ice melting chemicals can irritate and burn pads of feet. Don't allow your pet to lick its feet after a walk outdoors. Use a damp towel to wipe off the feet and belly. And remember, if it's too cold for you outside, it's probably too cold for your pets too. If you're concerned about any animal out in the cold, please contact Animal Control and we will respond. Again, that number is 402-441-7900. Be safe out there.
Thank you, Director Lopez. Thank you for so many of those helpful tips. Keeping our community members and furry friends safe and healthy is our #1 priority, and that's why as the weather conditions fluctuate over the next several hours and even days, our response will continue to evolve to meet them and protect our community. Our community members can also play a part in responding to this storm and future ones. Our city's Snow Angels program pairs volunteers willing to shovel or snow blow residents who need their driveways or sidewalks cleared. To find a snow angel, if you need one, or to become a snow angel, please visit lincoln.ne.gov/snow angels or call 402-441-7701. With that, we'd be happy to take questions from the media, either folks who are here in the room or online.
Hi, this is Bailey at 1011. I was just wondering if Liz could explain maybe what some of the conditions are like for plow drivers out there. I know they have big vehicles, but are they still struggling with the conditions and just the blowing snow constantly covering their work back up?
Hi, Bailey. Yes, just like any other driver out there, our snow fighters are dealing with the exact same conditions. So the blowing snow, the near whiteout conditions at times also impact them. So they're thankfully well-trained and experienced, but giving them extra room, making sure there's space between your vehicles and the snow plows will help everyone make sure that we're traveling our streets safely.
Liz, how many snow angels do you guys have, and is there a need, for that, I guess?
There is. We have seen a slight reduction this year in our snow angels, so we are encouraging more people. Our total number of snow angels right now, I'm looking to my team to see if we have, I think we have about 50 snow angels right now, but we have more of a demand than we do volunteers. So we encourage anyone, it's a great opportunity for groups like Boy Scout clubs, churches, to volunteer and help their neighbors out.
And how big how long have you guys had this in Lincoln, and then how big of a program is this for helping out some of these people?
We've had it for a little over 10 years, I believe. It was a former LTU employee who has since retired that originally started this, and the volume kind of ebbs and flows depending on what our winter weather is like each year, but it really does make a huge difference for those vulnerable adults who aren't able to get out of their homes to snow, maybe the elderly who are unable to lift that heavy snow. So it really does make a difference in their lives and in our community as a whole.
And how do you regulate that so it's not all of a sudden become a snow removal service type of a thing where people could do this, but they're just calling the snow angels?
It's one of those where the websites and our volunteers trying to match people who are close into their neighborhood. So it's not necessarily people out searching for business. It's just people who want to help.
Once somebody makes a request for one of the snow angels, how long do you think it could take before they get help?
We try and connect them as quickly as possible. It will depending on when the request comes in. If it comes in over the weekend, that might be a little longer before someone responds to that. But for the most part, it's a pretty quick turnaround.
And during this last snowstorm, do you have any gauge on how many requests you guys had?
I don't have that number right now. We can get you that information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess, what do you say to those snow angels, I guess?
To the Snow Angels, those that have volunteered, we can't thank them enough. Their willingness to take on the additional work, be outside in the cold to help their neighbors is greatly appreciated, not only by those that it's benefiting, but by the entire city and our team.
Lincoln General Star, Matt Olberding, he's asking, how is this snowstorm and the one earlier this week affecting the snow budget?
Right now, we're just busy plowing our streets and making sure our community is getting around. We will continue to provide those services as long as we continue to have winter storms. So we're not concerned about the budget right now. We continue to do our job, and we'll do our job until it's done. And we'll look after the winter weather, what the ultimate budget ended up being. Yes, sorry.
I just think I want to lift this up as an example where the city has made major investments in funding winter operations, knowing that it really makes a difference to the quality of life of our community and the safety of our community. We recently invested in 12 super combo snowplow trucks that can lay salt and brine and scoop snow. And those were expensive, and they're vital, and they're helping us to have faster response. We've reduced the time it takes to clear our streets as a result of these investments. So we are proud to have funded winter operations at a level that we think is commensurate with the demands of Mother Nature. Other questions? All right, well, thank you again so much for tuning in to learn more about our coordinated winter operations response. And please remember to visit lincoln.ne.gov/snow for the latest updates on winter weather, our plowing progress, or to become a snow angel. Thank you.